Hello and welcome. In this reading, we are talking about what blocks it is that we need to release, what might be holding us back, what might be keeping us in place, what that we're going up against that we don't see that needs to be removed or even identified so that we know what to do to go around it. So let's ask Spirit, God, Goddess, Universe, whatever it is that you believe in, to help us get clear for this reading on what we need so that way we can get past it. So what blocks are we facing? What is it that we need to know about to release or observe? Oh, okay. All right. First card, secrets. Okay. So when I see secrets, it's one of those things where, yes, it could be that other people are keeping secrets from you, but I always feel like you're the one keeping the secret. Because the truth is, a lot of times when we are keeping ourselves back, or part of ourselves back, we are struggling to find connection with others because there's so much inside of us that is disconnected from anybody that we don't know how to be connected. So we'll see more on how, that card plays in. Sorry, my cat is also trying to get my attention right now. Counseling. Okay. So that seems like right now, this literally seems that you are just being overwhelmed with external answers, external validation. You're not going inward, you're going outward, and you're not giving yourself the chance to understand exactly what it is you need. Because as you see, these pages are literally flying all over the place. And sometimes if you're receiving too much counseling, you're not even letting yourself process or take it to where it needs to be. New outlook. So what I love about this card is, when I imagine it at least, is that this little girl is going out on her balcony for the 150th time within that month. But now everything just looks a little different because there's a rainbow, or she chose to see the colors, or, something, she found majesty in something, she found beauty in something. And so when I see this, it is just a reminder that sometimes, yes, we might still be in the same physical place, but having a new outlook on things, having the ability to see things just slightly different than how you've been looking at them, really can make a difference. And then celebration. Okay, this is a beautiful card because it's celebration. What I love about it though is so this card obviously reminds me of the Ace of Cups, but it's the Ace of Cups mixed with a little bit of fire in here. And it's a reminder that celebratory things aren't just emotional celebrations, but physically celebrate too. Get up and dance, clap, do something to celebrate yourself. Go out to eat. Celebration. So based off what I got so far about what our blocks are here is, yeah, we've got something inside. We've been holding ourselves back. There's a thought or a problem, or this candle is big for a reason. And it's causing us to just feel so isolated, because look how lonely and isolated this card feels. And then you are just looking and looking and looking and looking and looking for answers. What we need is a new outlook. What we need is to realize that, yes, we're in the same place, and that's okay that we're in the same place physically. We just need to give ourselves the chance to see things from a different perspective, to see, something that's new that we haven't been looking at. And then celebrate. Celebrate whatever it is that your decision is. But right now, keeping it to yourself isn't the answer. The answer is within celebration and sharing. So we need to really open ourselves up in some type of heart space and talk about this and do the thing. Let's go ahead and ask the cards, the tarot cards. I want to know more about the secret and why we're not giving ourselves the chance to see things from a new outlook. Why we are just kind of staying disconnected, and I can't get past this counseling image here, because all I see right now is just an overwhelm of information and an understanding that nothing's been talked about. And I don't know, it doesn't feel comfortable. It feels like we've just been keeping things to ourselves. Sorry, I normally wouldn't bridge the cards, but they really needed to be, I could feel it. so more about the secret and more about why we are keeping ourselves so disconnected and overwhelmed with information, please. Okay, this card really wanted to pop out. Oh, okay. Guess we're only gonna get 3 cards today. All right, we have the 9 of Cups reversed here. So that tells me that right now, part of what is holding us back is we have built ourselves up so far to where we are that we are afraid that if we come honest about how we feel about things, that's going to come crashing down. The 9 of Cups is the card of emotional independence, of having confidence, of fulfillment. And when I see it in its reverse position, it's that you don't believe in your ability to keep it, and that you feel like it's on a weak foundation, that it's on a foundation of sand, and that it's gonna fall apart. But the truth is the reason why you are in this doubt, the reason why you're in this insecurity feeling, is because right now you're just being so disconnected and overloaded with information that you're not allowing yourself to actually celebrate and give into what it is that you need to give into in order to feel the fullness of it. 9 of Swords. Okay, so we are heavily in our head, heavily giving into the what ifs, the maybes, the coulds, the shoulds, the would haves, and we're not giving ourselves the chance to just be in the present. We're thinking of every worst case scenario. We're thinking of everything that could possibly go wrong, and we're not even giving ourselves a chance to believe that at any point in time that something could possibly go right. And it's doing us no good. You're just worrying and you're just wasting energy. Then we have Temperance. All right, so I call this the Learn Alchemy card. It's one of those things where you can have all the knowledge, you could have it all, but just like a nurse who's going through nursing school, all that knowledge doesn't mean anything until they apply it to the patient. So when I see Temperance, I see that you have all the knowledge, you have all the know-how, but now you need to apply it to your situation, or else nothing's going to change. Doesn't matter. Another easy example is having a recipe. You can read that recipe as many times as you want. None of it matters until you actually mix the ingredients and put the thing in the oven or on the stove or whatever the medium that it is that makes it. You need to do the things. It's what the celebration's about. It's the water element of your heart space and the fire element of the doing. You need to do both and then celebrate. Give yourself that reward for doing the thing. Yeah, it's scary. Yeah, you feel a little bit isolated right now, but it's going to be worth it when you actually do it. We need to do the thing. We need to get out of our head. We need to stop worrying about all the things that we're worrying about because, again, we're wasting energy. And we need to go outside and we need to see things differently so that way we can find the connection and we're not feeling so isolated. And I'm going to ask the cards what exactly it is that can help us get into this action phase. Clearly, we're not in this stuck phase because we want to be. There's more to it than that. But at the same time, we're in the stuck phase. So, how do we get out of our head? Okay, this is going to be a lot more cards than I was expecting, but hey, that's what we're doing. So let's do the ones that popped out face up first. We have changes. And okay, so I love the spiral in this because the spiral is a reminder that you're not going in circles, that no matter what you're doing, you're always moving upward. So even if it feels like you're in the same place, remember that you're just seeing this from a new perspective, but you need to make the change first. Because if you don't make the change, then you are most likely going in circles. If you make the change, you can start elevating yourself and you can start getting yourself out of that space. New day. Oh, that's beautiful. And what I love about New Day is it's like the whole like sunrise effect, but that just kind of goes right with what I'm thinking about here with celebration, is it's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, you have to go through that little bit of uncomfortableness to find the new dawn. You have to go through that little bit of darkness that night. But once you do, once you allow your emotions to be heard and you start acting on it, you're going to find just so much release and so much joy. Anger, one of my favorite cards to pull up. I don't care what deck it is. I love to see anger because anger is neutral. And anger is so just healing and so powerful that if you use it with the right intent, you can get anything done. And you're probably like, Kirsten, you're crazy. Nah, well, when I angry clean my house, it's the cleanest that it ever gets in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of effort. When I am angrily focusing on, what I need to do for work or business or anything along those lines, I am very focused and I make sure that I get done what I need to get done. Yeah, anger can be destructive too. We've all seen destructive anger in our life. It is what you choose to do with the anger that makes it good or bad. So take that anger that you have and find a way to utilize it in a way that is beneficial to you. Maybe that is cleaning. Maybe that's weeding your garden. Oh, that's another really therapeutic thing. Angry weeding. Oh my goodness. I don't even pay attention to what I'm doing. I just pull those weeds up and then next thing I know, I have a big pile and I'm like, okay, you're all going into the garbage. Angry weeding's great too. But yeah, find a way to utilize the anger and put it in a way that is going to benefit you. Masculine energy. Okay, so this is not male or female. This is divine. And this is saying that we need to do. This is what I was saying with the celebration, with that fire and that cup, is you need to do the thing in order to feel the connection, in order to feel the release of the whatever this is that's holding you, that you're keeping so secret. We need to do. We need to talk, and we need to be amongst other people that are going to help hold us accountable. And then we have grounding. Ooh, this one's a good one, because this is a reminder that part of the reason why you are worrying about the fears, the shoulds, the couldas, the wouldas, is because your head is in the clouds. Your head is just so much in the air element of intellect and trying to plan and plot and prepare that your feet aren't in the ground and they're not tethered to Mother Earth, and you're not giving yourself the ability to just trust that you are rooted and that you are one of this earth, and allowing yourself to feel the security of the earth underneath you. So let's get into a little bit of grounding. Let's give ourselves the ability to ground those worries, to ground anything and everything that is holding us back, and give ourselves the space to understand that yes, I can and I will move forward. All right. So now I'm going to just ask Spirit for a few little affirmations. Help us to stay focused, to stay grounded, and to give us the courage to take the action that we need to get this the secret out, whatever it may be. And maybe after you say it, maybe after you tell it to someone, you'll realize it's not as big as a deal as you thought it was. Or maybe, yeah, it is a big deal, but after you share it, you all of a sudden, everything just falls into place and you know what your next steps are. You know what your next action is. You'd be surprised how often just telling somebody can make such a monumental difference. All right, success. Believe that success is within your reach. That literally was what I was just saying. So yeah, it's one of those things where, trust that you can do this and that things are going to work out. Trust that as you move forward, it's going to work out for you. And, you see the mountain. Yeah, there's steeper cliffs and sheers than others, but the person doesn't get up there by just one big hop. They do it one step at a time. The first step is about connection and working with someone to help just even work out the situation. Whether they help you with the actual situation is not what I'm worried about. Whether my goal is that we talk about the situation and we share the experience so that way we can be held accountable with someone who is loving and caring and maybe can hold us through the difficult parts. All right, we have dreams. Dream big and believe in all the possibilities. So once again, whatever you are facing, whatever you're holding on to and grasping to is keeping you from something that you've been going after for some time. You need to give yourself the ability to understand that, you can do whatever it is that you want, but you have to start by actually doing. You have to start by actually talking. You have to start by utilizing your resources, whether that be anger, whether that be, the knowledge that you actually have and applying it. Remember, temperance here is telling us that we need to apply the knowledge that we have and not just keep collecting knowledge. Patience. Good things come to those who wait. So, yeah, no one loves patience. Let's be real here. It's kind of a slap in the face card. But it is a reminder that, things do take time. And I like to think of like trees in my garden when I think of patience, because patience isn't just a matter of doing nothing. I know this card even says good things come to those who wait, and this person's sitting in a chair, but that's not realistic about what it means for patience. Patience is you waiting for the thing to come. Yes, we're not actively going after the thing, whatever that is. But what we are doing is when I'm talking about my garden and I have, I want to get tomatoes, I'm putting the seeds in the ground and I'm watering my plants. I'm weeding the garden. I'm creating structures to make sure that my tomato plant can grow strong without bending over itself. I'm still doing things in order to get the tomatoes. And then when it comes to, waiting for the tomatoes, yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just sitting and I'm waiting for the tomatoes. But I'm also actively doing things to help support those tomatoes, if that makes sense. I know that this was a kind of a heavy reading, especially with the whole disconnection. If you have any comments or concerns, or you really just need to get it out, you can also put it in the comment section. I will be there and I can be that person that you talk to and help you connect with. If you want a private reading, there is a link in the description below. If you want to get more information on how to get past this block, how to get more connected, how to utilize this anger just a little healthier and a little better. That's all I have for you today. I hope I get to see you again, and I can't wait to read for you soon. Thank you, and bye-bye.